I'm joined today by two awesome people, one of which is in person, local animation historian Dan Senker. His book, Dance of the Comedians, is on sale in the lobby, has been beforehand and will be afterwards. Please support a local author. Dan's awesome, and it's because of him that we are able to have tonight's fantastic Q&A, which is the second person joining us virtually will be voice acting legend Eric Bauza, joining us via Zoom for the Q&A. He is the voice of both Porky Pig and Daffy Duck in this film, which we are super excited about. As always here at the Little, we will play the credits all the way through to the end, and then we will start the Q&A after that. But right now, to give you a little more information on the history, I'm happy to turn it over to Dan Senker.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. All right, so the first Looney Tunes cartoon arrived in theaters in 1930, maybe even playing here at the Little, which was just a couple of months old at the time. All right? Over the next 95 years, the Looney Tunes series and its distinct comedic style would become a key part of our cultural identity, with its iconic characters holding a cherished place in our collective memory. Now, in the past, Looney Tunes movies have fallen into three categories. In the 1970s and 80s, Warner Brothers released a series of compilation movies that were essentially a string of pre-existing cartoons linked together with bits of new animation. The first of these, the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie, was actually screened here at the Little just last summer with my book launch. Then, of course, there are the live-action animated hybrids, which paired the tunes with celebrities like Michael Jordan, Brendan Fraser, and LeBron James to play basketball against aliens or find a diamond that turns people into monkeys, like you do. Finally, there are a handful of low-budget direct-to-video movies starring characters like Tweety Bird and Taz. But for as credible as it sounds, The Day the Earth Blew Up is the first fully original animated Looney Tunes movie ever made for theaters. It has taken 95 years. Now, for as crazy as this movie is, it's actually pretty restrained in some ways. Present-day cultural references are used sparingly and effectively, and there are no random celebrity cameos. Unlike the Space Jam movies, it doesn't even feature an ensemble cast of Looney Tunes characters, just Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Petunia Pig. While it might seem weird to not see familiar faces like Bugs Bunny, this actually harkens back to the spirit of the original shorts in the 30s, especially those directed by the legendary Bob Clampett and Tex Avery. That's right. Created by Friz Freleng in 1935, Porky Pig had already starred in 77 cartoons across 5 years before Bugs Bunny made his first appearance. In fact, Porky is the first and only major Looney Tunes star to reach 90 years old, joining animated icons like Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Betty Boop, Popeye, and Donald Duck. But only Porky has headlined his own brand new movie in his 90th anniversary year. Petunia Pig and Daffy Duck both debuted in 1937, 2 years after Porky. Daffy and Porky quickly became the perfect comedy team, with Porky as the flustered straight man and Daffy as an out-of-control loony maniac. Over the years, directors like Chuck Jones honed and refined Daffy's personality, making him a more nuanced, greedy, and egotistical character, but you won't see any of that in this movie. He's just a nutcase. The Day the Earth Blew Up was made by the same talented artists who made the recent revival series Looney Tunes Cartoons, streaming on Max, the same service that earlier this week removed all of the original Looney Tunes cartoons from the 30s to the 60s. What? Yep, support local media. Don't freak out when you see 11 credited writers in this movie. Only 2 of them are actual writers. The other 9 are storyboard artists who received writing credit, which I think is pretty cool. The story is patterned around sci-fi classics like The Thing, The Blob, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and of course, The Day the Earth Stood Still. The movie was originally supposed to be only for streaming, but it got a theatrical release thanks to the distributor Ketchup Entertainment, which right now is actually in negotiations with Warner Brothers to possibly release the shelved movie Coyote vs. Acme. See those cross fingers? Like mentioned, please stay for the please stay after the movie for a Q&A with Eric Bauza. On the way out, say hi to me at the table. I'm selling my book, Dance of the Comedians, 75 Years of the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. And enjoy the movie. That's all, folks.